Welcome back to the Hubbard's Handmade Shop. I'm Ryan Hubbard. In this part 2 video, I'm going to be working on the custom lid and door for this kennel that I made for our new dog, Maple. I just had to try it out, so I blocked the door. What do you think? Not a fan. So here's where things stand. I have Maple in there. She seems to not be doing too bad with it. And I'm going to be working on the door and the lid, and we're going to be using these pine boards. I've got a bunch more over there. Basically, I bought 3 bundles, 18 boards, and I'm going to be dyeing or weathering it with white vinegar and steel wool. And I just put this in here, so it's just barely starting to react. You can see it turning a little bit brown, but this is going to get sort of brownish, and then we'll wipe it on here, and then I'm just going to use that mixture to cut these boards and use them for the lid and the door. What might be the most important part of this project is the layout. So I started with my sheet of plywood, I divided that in half, and then I decided to go with 2 mountains to the outside of that, and then 2 more on the outside farther out to run basically off the edge of the board. At this point, I took the temporary door off of the kennel, and Maple wanted to come over and sit on my feet. It's kind of hard to get anything done with her around, but she sure is cute. When I was putting the video together, I realized I didn't do any explanation about painting the boards, so I wanted to just jump in here with my awesome representation of my mountains and just say that before I glued the boards down and put them in place, I took them and I made this 90-degree cut in all of the boards that were going to get, you know, snow. And so before I put them down, I painted them white, and that way you don't have to do any taping or any difficult painting to get everything to look the way that it's supposed to. And it just makes it a lot easier and cleaner to put those snow-capped mountains in place. So I hope that helps. So this is the sky. Everything is turned upside down right now, and I've mixed a kind of a whitewash, but it's more of a blue wash. And we're just gonna go along and stain all of our pieces of the sky with this mixture, and then I'm just gonna wipe it off as I go so it's very light and you can still see the grain. I just made sure when I got done with the sky that I could still see some of the plywood backer board so that I had a straight edge to run along the fence of my table saw, and then I just ran it through to cut all of these pieces off. I knew that I was gonna run a border around the outside and then all this would be covered, so this actually worked out really well. And then I used my track saw to square up the sides. Off camera, I cut some of my pine boards down to fit the edge and sides, and then I painted those black and nailed them in place with some glue. I'm going to go over this with a cloth to kind of weather the black paint as well so that it matches a little bit better. Our final finish is satin gel top coat from General Finishes. Really brings out the color, especially in that Tennessee red cedar. I hope this video helped if you want to make a project like this for yourself, and be sure to go and check out part 1 of this series where I make the dog kennel based on the project by DIY creators. I'll have a link for that in the description. And be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time in the Hubbard's Handmade Shop.